We have a list of the members who wish to interpolate. In fact, yung iba, umalis na nga yata. But those that have stayed and patiently waited for this opportunity, I'd like to call them. First to
Mr.
interpolate.
Chair, if I may, because the Dangerous Drugs Board is here, they wanted to present 2 minutes or 3 minutes presentation with regards to dun sa...
Is this in relation?
Yeah, in relation.
Sa
Kasi
presentation.
former Senator Trillanes were mentioning that the war on drugs, fake, no? And in here, meron po yung PSRSD, the Policy Studies, Research and Statistics Division of the Dangerous Drugs Board, which conducted a survey 2012, 2004, 2008, 2012, and 2015 nationwide about drug users.
Sige, we have
Makita po natin, actually we discussed this in the Committee on Public Order last week, and we have decided to elevate this to here in Quadcom because we believe that kailangan po natin makita ang mga drug users sa buong Pilipinas based on the National Household Survey that they conducted since 2004. So maybe let's give them a time to present it, Mr. Chairman.
Sige po.
Sige.
DDB, is this an annual survey that you conduct?
No, sir. We conduct it every 3 years.
Every 3 years.
Yes.
So the last would be?
The last one was in 2023. Yung recent lang po.
Okay, sige po. Okay. Is that a short presentation, ma'am?
Yes. Yes, sir.
Sige, please proceed.
Okay. Honorable Chairperson, Honorable Co-Chairpersons, distinguished members of the House of the Representatives, colleagues in public service, ladies and gentlemen, good evening. I am Rebecca F. Arambulo, the officer in charge of the Policy Studies, Research and Statistics Division of the Dangerous Drugs Board Secretariat. Representing the PSRSD, I am honored to contribute to this committee meeting. Guided by its mandate, the board adopts a health and science-based approach to leading demand reduction programs through policies, programs, and strategies. The division leads a data gathering initiative to produce the National Household Survey Report. We have completed 6 national surveys, namely in 2004, 2008, 2012, 2015, 2019, and 2023. These surveys aim to estimate the number of current drug users using the face-to-face interviews with a representative sample of the general population. The survey gave us the measure of the extent of drug use and help us understand the nature of drug use in the Philippines. On the side of policy making, the surveys help us assess and improve our current demand reduction strategies. At this point, may I turn over the floor to my colleague, Mr. Michael Miatari, to present the figures for the appreciation of this honorable committee.
Good evening, Honorable Chairpersons, members of the Quad Committee. Allow me to present to you the summary of the population projection of the current drug users based on the conducted National Household Survey on the patterns and trends of drug abuse. As shown on the screen, from 2004 to 2023, starting in 2004, we have a total of 6,765,773 total population of current drug users. In 2008, there was a 74.59% decrease with a total of 1,718,855 total estimate number of current drug users. In 2012, there was another decrease at 23.25% with a total amount of 1,319,135 current drug users. In 2015, there was a slight increase at 33.9% with a total number of 1,755,654 current drug users. And in 2019, there was a slight decrease at 4.59%, with a total number of current drug users at 1,675,122. And this is the latest data that we have based on the recently conducted 2023 National Household Survey on the patterns and trends of drug abuse. We have a total of 1,479,131 estimated current drug users, with a 11.70% decrease.
So in other words, ito po yung ginawa nyong survey. At sa
Yes,
survey
Your
nyo, pakibalik nga yung pakibalik lang para at least maintindihan ng namin So nung 2004, nag-survey kayo sa buong Pilipinas, ang lumabas sa survey nyo ng mga drug users is 6.7 million. Is that
Yes.
correct?
Yes, Your
Tama
Honor.
po 'yun. At noong 2008, nagkaroon po ng malaking kabawasan sa mga drug users sa buong Pilipinas kasi naging 1.7 million na lamang. Mamatanong ko, anong naging reason bakit bumaba mula 2004 to 2008 na naging 6.7 million ay naging 1.7 million? What are the interventions that was done?
Yes, Your Honor. The decline of the drug use statistics is best explained as outcomes of successes in adopting international control frameworks and cooperation, sound policy making and implementation of the national drug strategies, and a wide array of drug demand reduction efforts for the general public and targeted population. This strategy was adopted to take people away from the lure of drug abuse, and the key components of this drug demand reduction strategy are the following: preventive education, research, treatment and rehabilitation, and of course, local and regional cooperation. The implementation of the drug-free workplace program, we have the random drug testing in schools, and for those securing firearms as well as driver's licenses. The DDB was also institutionalized the Integrated Drug Abuse Data Information Network, which is the system for reporting data on clients undergoing treatment and rehabilitation. This system aims to have a uniformity and clarity in data collection. We have also implemented the Barkada Contra Droga program of the agency.
So in other words, ma'am, yung pong programa na inilunsad ng Dangerous Drugs Board ay naging epektibo. Kasi from 6.7 million, naging 1.7 million.
Yes, sir.
At kung titingnan po natin yung graph, from 1.7, mas bumaba pa siya ng 1.3 noong 2012.
Your
Now,
Honor.
tanong, bakit ng 2015, umakyat siya ng 1.7? Pero hindi naman siya ganun kataas ang pag-akyat. Anong reason?
Mr. Chair, we note that the 33% increase from 1.32 million in 2012 to 1.76 million in 2015, the trend is supported by the rise in the number of admissions to the treatment and rehabilitation centers for that period. Ibig sabihin po nito, Mr. Chair, is mas nag-i-increase po yung accessibility ng ating mga drug abuse treatment and rehabilitation services. And based on our preliminary analysis, the increase may be explained by the increased trafficking activities during the period, not just on the local, but also on the international context. Trafficking networks were observed to be more sophisticated, using technology, cryptocurrency, and the dark net for illicit activities.
Okay. Pero nung 2016, nung naupo na po yung former president, 1.7 yung ating barometer ng mga drug users coming from the year 2015. Then suddenly there were a pronouncement that 4 million yung pong drug users sa buong Pilipinas. Pero kung titingnan mo yung graph na yon na ipinresent nyo, pakibalik. 2015, 1.7. 2019, 1.6 million drug users. Hindi ko ata makita yung 4 million na drug users that was mentioned by the former president during the time of his assumption as a
Your
president
Honor, we
during that time?
clarify that the 2016 figure did not originate from the Dangerous Drugs Board National Survey. The DDB issued only figures from the 2004, 2008, 2012, 2015, and 2019 surveys as our reference data to provide the estimated number of current drug users in the country.
Correct mo bang sabihin that during that time, sino bang chairman ng DDB during that time?
I think that was
Benjamin
Benjamin Reyes. Yes.
Yes, di ba nagkaroon siya ng pronouncement na 1.8 lang? Dito niya
Yes,
kinuha yon.
Yes, sir.
Dito yung survey na kinuha ni Benjamin
Yes, sir.
Reyes.
That is in 2015 po.
And he was removed because of that. Because of that pronouncement.
Yes,
Am I
sir.
correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr.
Because
Chair.
the former president and I think the PIDEA, ang pronouncement nila was 4 million.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Yun, kinaklarify lang natin yung presentation ng Policy Studies, Research and Statistic Division of the Dangerous Drugs Board. So, ngayon, ang mga drug users sa atin, in the last survey, 1.4 million.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes, Your
That's all, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chair, in relation to
Congressman Abante.
the question of Congressman Fernandez, I'd like to find out how accurate is your survey.
Mr. Chair, basing on the methodology of the conduct of the National Household Survey, there is a 95% level of confidence established on the conduct of the household survey. And there is part of the implementation of the household surveys to ensure that there is a coordinated mechanism with the Philippine Statistics Authority for the vetting of the survey methodology as well as the instruments to be used for the before the conduct of the household survey.
That's 95%. So
Yes.
therefore, the fact that during the former president's time, more than 30,000 people were killed, the war on drug was not actually that effective, considering all the killings done. Am I right?
Mr. Chair, on the DDB's standpoint as the policy and strategy formulating body, there was a downward decrease in the current user prevalence rate, and this could be attributed on the demand reduction strategies, which form part of the overall national strategy, which provides a balanced approach on the implementation of the programs and strategies. As for the
You're not actually answering my question. There was a slight downtrend, okay? Therefore, my question is, the war on drugs of the former president, where more than 30,000 were killed, was not that effective. Yes or no? Yun lang ang sagot yan eh.
Mr. Chair, on the
Coming from your statistics,
we clarify, Mr. Chair, that the data presented on the National Household Survey is the current drug user data. But
yeah, yes. Still, you're not answering my question. The thing is, according to your data, there was only a slight decrease of the drug users in 2019. All right. Therefore, my question is, despite the killings of more than 30,000 during the time of the former president, the war on drugs was not that effective.
as reflected, Mr. Chair, yes po.
Very good. Very good. So that is what I would like to just tell our people, no? Despite the fact that you killed more than 30,000, yet there was only a slight downtrend in the data that you made. So therefore, let me just tell our people here from the PIDEA, kita mo ha, General Wilkins, look at that. PIDEA yan. Di ba? Kayo ang pinakaano sa drugs niyan. Oh, sa dami ng mga pinatay nung panahon ni Pangulong Duterte, panahon mo, General Wilkins, panahon ng iba, naging PIDEA Director General, ay hindi masyadong epektibo ang nangyari sa war on drugs. According to that statistics. Tama ba ako, General Wilkins?
Yun yung lumalabas, Mr. Chair.
Yun yung lumalabas. Okay, salamat po. Yun lang po.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Mr. Chair, may I ask some konti?
Sige po, sige po. Congresswoman Castro.
So, ewan ko lang kung ang gets ko 95% no accurate. So, ibig sabihin po yung margin of error. What's the margin of error?
For the 2015 National Household Survey, we have a plus minus negative 1.41% of the margin of error.
Okay, all throughout the statistical year. Yung
Yes,
sa
for
survey.
2015, Your Honor.
For 2015. Kasi
Yes po.
parang hindi ko lang talaga mag-gets, Mr. Chair, yung biglang baba no, noong 2004. So, sinasabi kasi nung dating Pangulo, si Mr. Duterte, one of the reasons po no, ng drug abuse, drug pushing, economic. So, I will relate that to economic situation that time. So, ano po yung kaibahan nung 2004 up to doon sa kahit na nung period ng 2016 or 2015 to 2019? Mayroon ba
Kung yung ibig niyong sabihin doon, Your Honor.
the economic situation of our country? Kasi nire-relate lagi na ang dahilan daw ng ng mga drug users, pushers ay yung tungkol dun sa economic problem. Talaga naman problema pa rin yon. So is there a relationship?
Ang kinukuha po ng survey is on the use. Yun lang po ang kinukuha po namin dito sa ating survey.
So
Use
yung
of
statistics
drugs.
lang ng mga
Yes.
users.
Yes po.
So maganda ring mapag-aralan po no yung mga dahilan. Kasi kung sinasabi niyo po yung mga interventions na ginawa from 2004 to 2008, bakit bumaba radically ng 74%, na kung yun, di po ba kayo nagkaroon halimbawa ng kayo yung 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 policy making ng PIDEA. So hindi niyo po ba ito nasuggest halimbawa sa nung dating presidente o yung administration para gawin yung intervention na sinasabi nyo doon sa 2004 na bumaba siya noong 2008?
Actually po, lang po naman din, ang DDB is two approach po ang ginagawa natin. We have the drug demand reduction and the other one is the drug supply reduction, which is a balanced approach po. So as we provide drug prevention programs, ang ating law enforcement naman po is on the drug supply reduction pillar. So yun po yung ginagawa po nating approach.
Okay. So last question na po. Bumaba na ba yung supply at this point po?
I think the most, ang makakapagsagot po niyan is our law enforcement agencies since they are the ones that provide the data on this.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chair. Meron ba ditong law enforcement agency? PNP or
So, thank you.
wala na? Wala na pong PNP dito, Mr. Chair? Wala na.
Wala nang... sino particular sa PNP, Congresswoman Castro, that you'd like
No,
to...
kasi tinatanong ko, Mr. Chair, bumaba na ba yung supply from 2016 to 2023 based dun sa survey? So sabi nila, law enforcement daw yung makakaalam.
To clarify po, Mr. Chair, hindi po hagip sa household survey po yung enforcement data, which includes po yung seizures. So we best recommend po that this question be coursed through to our law enforcement agencies. Thank you.
Anyway, Mr. Chair, wala na yung PNP. Sila na lang tanungin ko later. On the next meeting. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Okay, thank you, Congresswoman Castro. So, thank you.
Wala na pong PNP dito, Mr. Chair. Wala pa.
Wala